Twist in Time, Chapter 13. The Mystery Deepens. Catra! Adora panics as she tries to awaken the unconscious feline. Catra opens her hydrochromic eyes, looking up at the blonde, a blush on her cheeks. Hey, Adora! Oh, thank goodness you are okay. I've been fanning you with a piece of paper for almost 30 minutes. Adora hugs her girlfriend close. Hey, I'm fine, see? The feline girl protests as she blushes bright red. Ahem! Am I interrupting something? The Princess of Bright Moon walks in unannounced. Gah! Sparkles! Don't do that! Catra holds her chest, breathing heavily, heart racing, tail bushy. Adora giggles at her girlfriend's display, still holding her. The princess arches her brow, crossing her arms over her chest. The couple look at each other and blush, then look at the annoyed Glimmer, whose eye twitches. We weren't doing anything. Adora protests, face red as a tomato. Come on, lovebirds. I found something that might interest you. Glimmer grabs the two lovers without a warning and teleports both girls to the library. I think I'm gonna hurl. Catra's face turns green, as she is still not used to teleportation, nor would she ever be. Oh, suck it up, Hort Scum. And come look at this. Glimmer scoffs, grabbing Catra's hand and dragging her to a bunch of books. 3 books with the titles of The Prophecies of Half Moon, The Lost Runestones of Etheria, The Diary of a Queen. Catra looks at them, grabbing one of the books with a shaking hand. She looks at Adora, whom gives her the thumbs up sign. In turn, Catra opens the book called The Diary of a Queen.
Dear Diary, it is I, Queen Elena. Today my troops fought off the Horde with success, though I must stay behind, as my child will be due any day now. I missed my dearest husband terribly. He disappeared as if into thin air 2 weeks prior to the Horde attacks. I have some suspicions one of my subjects may be a Horde spy. Half Moon was once a beautiful, lavish kingdom, but now it's being attacked for no reason at all, but for the Horde's discretion. I have hidden the Lion's Eye somewhere in a hidden cave in the Crimson Waste, the desert nearby. A runestone of such power cannot fall into the wrong hands. One day, my daughter, whom I have named Elizabeth Katrina Applesauce Meow Meow, will take over Castle Half Moon. The Oracle told me so. My elemental spirit, Flameria, has sensed my troubled heart. My heart weeps for Half Moon. I fear I do not have much time left. I have accepted my fate.
Tears flow freely from the feline's eyes as she weeps softly. Adora holds her girlfriend close as the feline sobs onto her shirt, staining it with salty tears. Catra, it's okay. We can go outside and take a break. Adora finally speaks, hugging up the weeping cat. No, I'm fine. Catra digs her claws into her girlfriend's arms, shredding Adora's sleeves before running off to God knows where. Adora stands there before screaming, Catra! The feline is nowhere in sight. The blonde runs around Castle Bright Moon in search of her missing girlfriend. Catra races into the Whispering Woods at top speed and goes in search of her missing kingdom. Whispers fill the feline's ears as she climbs the trees. This place gives me the creeps. Catra shudders as she leaps from tree to tree. This was a journey she had to make on her own. No need to drag her poor girlfriend into her mess. Once at the end of the woods, the cat then hops down, running on all fours to the east of the Fright Zone. She comes across the remains of her crumbling kingdom.
So this is Halfmoon, huh? Not as big as I envisioned. But still, there has to be something here to help me figure out my past.
Ketra looks around deep in thought. Bones of the fallen litter the ground, and the air smells of decay and must. The feline wrinkles her nose, as her nose was highly sensitive. She sneezes as dust enters her nostrils. A bony hand sticks out under some of the castle's ruins. Ketra goes over and lifts the stones off the skeleton. There, laying under all the rubble, was the remains of her mother. The queen's skull glistens with a jewel on its forehead. Ketra puts her hand over her mouth in shock of the unsettling scene before her. A flicker catches her attention as a beam to a hologram appears. Ketra follows the beam, and a hologram of her mother appears.
I don't have much time. The Horde is here. My dearest Ketra, if you are saying this, it means I am no longer here, and you were the one true ruler of Halfmoon. I fought the Horde insurgents the best I could. I never wanted to leave you, my dearest daughter. I love you, my Ketra. Take the crown off my head, and there is a scroll called the Scroll of Queens. It will help you on your journey to find your runestone, the Lion's Eye. I know you will make a fine ruler.
Holographic Elena says, as she holds her chest and fights off an invisible force. A death scream echoes as the hologram fades away. Mom. Ketra looks at the hologram beacon one last time before going back to the skeleton of her deceased mother and taking the crown, and spots a shimmering gold scroll that the dead queen points to. The feline climbs up, grabs the scroll that is covered in First One's writing, before looking at the skull of the queen, whose face seems to soften a bit. I promise, Mom, I will avenge your death and make the Horde pay for their crimes. With that, Ketra leaves without another word. Little does she know, several glowing eyes spot her. It is almost time, the Oracle Elder says as she slams her staff down.